I got some good ideas. Let's see. Dude, my bike, I had to take it to the shop. The damn Challenger. I think I broke it. I don't know. Maybe I rode it too hard. Australia, what's up, man? I have an idea. I wonder if it'll work. I was thinking of anybody that wants to chat may message me on Facebook, and I will bring you up on my phone and we can chat and other people can hear about it. But yeah, I think I broke my bike. Can you believe that? I don't know. Rode the crap out of it. I've done some fun things. I tested out the Power Commander thing. That's pretty cool. But no, I actually just got a reflash. I was having some wobble in the front after my new tires got put on. So I went ahead and I took up to Bison Thunder. They took the tire off. They did the fork oil what was it? Oil? Fluid. The fork fluid. They switched, redid that. I haven't shaved. Out of the straight depression from not being able to ride, I quit shaving. I know you guys can see I'm looking like Gabe. But yeah, so they switched out my fork oil and they took the front wheel, put it back on the balancer, and I guess it was a little off. They said it's ready to rock. The flash, it was just a plug and play, and they flashed and was done. So Bison took care of me. They called me. They said it would be done today. I didn't get a chance to get up there. I had some other priorities to do. So, yeah, I wanted to talk. I heard these 2021 challenges are coming out. And I wanted to say that I heard the inner fairings are going to be color matched. I thought that'd be pretty cool. If you guys can shoot some questions, stuff like that, Australia. Mark, are you even allowed to leave your house right now, or are you just hanging out with me? Yeah, BJ, I'm so glad it was not this serious. Wait, so it was so dumb. I got it on video because it did it so much. It literally started high rev, boop, died. I couldn't even like high rev it and keep it up. I was gonna just ride it up there. I finally had to call them like, come get it. So they came, got it. We got it fixed up, and yeah, I'm excited to go get it. I'll get it next week. So that's that. My after hours show that I did with Curtis Sawyer. I am excited to have this guest on. Whitney might know who she is, but the interview's all done. It's almost editing, or I'm about the editing stage. It's a good long interview, so I'm gonna do a few good minutes, release the video part of it, and then you have to go to Indian Rider Radio to get majority of the rest of it. So you guys, I'm really excited for that. Next year, what are some of the big things you guys are planning on doing next year? What are some of them? I know that Indian Rider Radio is going to be hitting up a Saddle Sore 1000 here in Minnesota, so I'm going to try to join them for that, depending when it is. And then a lot of people are talking about Sturges, learn how to ride. A lot of people talking about Sturges. I would love to get back to that. That's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to be potentially, fingers crossed, booking my trip to India next year for July. So anybody want to hang out? Either you got to go with me to India, or you got to plan something for me, not in India. So, so not in July or not in India. Let's see. I'm gonna see what else we got going on. Stuck in quarantine at home here. Yeah, dude. I heard you guys got it rough. It's pretty crappy out there. I guess at least you're safe. Diana, learn to ride. That is a good one. I do hope to teach you how to ride. I think that would be awesome. Turning up my messages. So somebody, I have an idea. Message me on Facebook and we'll call you and you can be on this. And so if you have questions for me, something you want me to talk about, we'll see. I don't know if there's a delay, how it's going to work, but you guys can call. We'll figure it out. I'm not going to put my number out here for everybody, but I don't care. I can always change it. I'm not that special. And you can call me and we can talk, or you can type out questions and we can talk about that. That's my idea. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. But yeah, learn how to ride. Absolutely. I gotta get you on a bike, Diana. That's a video waiting to happen. So the last person I taught, he kind of dumped it. So I gotta get that out of my past. I need to get a new one in there, somebody to own it. Own it. Let's see. I get the bike, take it back to Charlotte. Get it. They had to so BJ, they had to replace it. They retuned it when it was working in service and put it in. Huh. So BJ, is your bike running good now? I'm kind of bummed, like the last month. So I went to Texas for a couple weeks, went out to Colorado with the family. Work has just been crazy. So I think I rode 100 miles in the last month, which is crazy because I'm at 14,460, I think. I just did the 15,000-mile service right now since I had to give it up there to Bison anyway. So I was like, let's just get it out. I'll tell you what I want to do. I don't care if I need to go meet somebody. If I can get a good, nice day, I need to put 540 miles on my bike. I need to hit 15,000 before I park it for this season. So who's 300 miles from Minneapolis or who's 600 miles from Minneapolis and wants to meet me halfway, have lunch? I'll have lunch with somebody. Arkansas, hey, I'm hoping to get down to Arkansas maybe this winter for like trailer to clear roads, get down to Arkansas for a while because we went down to Tulsa last time and it was beautiful. And then my ride from Little Rock, Gregory Polaris, was pretty awesome. Yeah, I got to get more Arkansas ride. I think it's a hidden gem of the country that I've rode so far. Dude, Whitney, I don't know if you and I can do the same saddle sore 1000. I'm not gonna lie. So two reasons why we can't do it. One is I don't plan very well, and I don't know if you can handle that stress. Two is I don't know if I want to just sit back and let you plan everything and I handle that stress. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think either A, we could take the reins off and you don't plan everything, or B, I'll just follow you and just know you have it all? I don't know. Would you do that? Which one would you do, Whitney, if we did the saddle sore together? Luckily, if we do a Happy Dan saddle sore, he does all the planning. Everything's good. If you guys don't know who Happy Dan Larson is, you should look him up. That guy's done like the 48 states in 10 days or 49 states in 10 days. He's done, 10,000 miles in 10 days. He's done all kinds of crazy riding. That guy's a true hardcore rider that I would love to give some of that a try. The wire harness. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's understroke. Yeah, okay, that's cool. For a second I'm thinking, BJ, you beat me to cams on this Challenger. This is not going to happen. Probably could easily happen, but a person can dream. I can dream. That's like, please mate. Yeah, no problem. I'll tell you. So I'll give you a quick list of bikes, Mark, that I've owned. My first bike ever was a Kawasaki 60cc dirt bike. I wish I could show you guys a picture, but my dad sent me an email the other day and showed me a picture of me on it. My first as an adult was a 2006 R6, and then I had a 2008 R1. As you can tell, I couldn't wait very long for the upper big bike. Then I got a killer deal on a 2011 Striker, completely custom. Literally was in a magazine. I don't have it right in front of me, but it was in a magazine, centerfold. It was a Feed the Children's auction bike. It was incredible. So I rode that for a while. Had that and the R1 next to each other, and have a good one, Whip. And so I had that together. The R1 eventually got sold because I realized I was taking the Striker more than the R1, and the R1 was like a commute. So I did something a little different. Then I bought the 2017 Victory Magnum, and I love it. Loved it. It was incredible. Perfect bike. The lines, it was sexy and beefy and all the great stuff. It was just all that. You know what I mean? And for the channel and all the hype, I went ahead and I went out to my Indian place and I jumped on an Indian Challenger and I rode it to do a little review video. Not a lot of people had done it yet, actually, nobody. So I went out there and I rode it and I was like, you know what? I got an idea. I want to ride this. And I started dreaming about it. I'll just like a little thought. If you were riding a Victory and you close your eyes and somebody put you on a Magnum or a Victory Magnum or cross country and they put you on the Indian Challenger, you almost wouldn't know, except for the fact that all of a sudden she has a little bit bigger. She was injected full of steroids. And then you open your eyes and you realize that there's all the modern technology, the infotainment center sitting in front of you, the navigation, you know, that sort of thing. Traction control, which I'll tell you the honest truth is traction control. I actually shut it off if I'm messing around a lot because it really shuts down the bike quite a bit, especially shifting into second gear. It lays me flat on the tank sometimes on the Challenger. I rode a road glide and I felt crammed on a road glide. I'm not even that tall. I'm like 6 feet. And I thought my leg space wasn't as good. Anybody just tuning in, I'm kind of chatting a little bit of the difference between the Challenger and some of the other bikes that I rode. I feel when I ride the Chieftain, the power's another level. It's not so low end torquey like the Thunderstroke motor is. And I would have to say the 116, the 111, I don't think compares at all. But the leg space, I'm still cramped. It's really weird. I didn't really love it. But man, BJ, you're right. My Victory, oh, she was a beauty, and I had a custom paint job, all kinds of stuff. A guy named Mason in Michigan owns it now, and he's ripping on it. He just had her Stella's Dragon, so I'm really happy for that guy. He's killing it. I made him give me a deal. I said that if he ever goes to sell it, I want first try at trying to buy it back. I don't know if I can afford it. I'm not trying to ask for a deal, but if I could put her in my garage as a Challenger, that'd be awesome. You know, Indian had some patents, and I'm sure everybody's seen them recently. They put some patents out, and it's a fork-mounted fairing, just like the cross countries or Magnums, with the Power Plus 108 in it. That's gonna be a badass bike because I think the lines will be better. I liked the look of the Victory Magnum and even cross country. I just didn't love the smaller front wheel. They had like was it the 17s on there? The Magnums had the 21s. I think that works better. The Challenger, I believe, has a 19. And this is all off the top of my head. So if I'm wrong, correct me. I would appreciate a comment and some thumbs ups. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Challenger has the 19. It's completely different rake because of the 19. Handles way better, the Challenger does. Slow speed maneuvers, it handles better, it feels. You know, a lot of people say when they're talking about frame mounted fairings and fork mounted fairings that the fixed fairing like the Challenger, the show, you know, the Road Glide, that Shark Nose, they say it's lighter. That's bullshit. I think that's a selling point. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a selling point. They say that when you get head on from semis, the wind is different and it doesn't shake the handlebars. Man, I got head on with semis on the Magnum at 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, 2-lane roads. Man, handlebars never shook. It's a selling point to try to get you to sell something, to move you in a direction, one or the other. That's what I think. I have not experienced a difference. You know what the difference is? That electric windshield. You want to know what changes the wind? That electric windshield. There's literally been times where I'm like, brrr. How do you like that? Does that sound like zombies? Yeah, let me zoom back. Brrr. And I see I see a semi coming at me. Windshield up. I let it fight the wind. No, I'm just saying that I don't get handlebar shake. I didn't get it on the Victory either. So they're crazy. I didn't get it on the Yamaha. So maybe that's that Harley speed wobble. We don't get that on the Indians. I'm just gonna check out, see what some of you guys are saying. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, Mark, anytime, man. I'm gonna try to keep videos coming. I got quite a bit of stuff. I'm actually taking a little bit of a break that I chat with you guys a little bit and see what's up. I was hoping that I can just stir up some conversation. I'm a little bit on the quiet side lately. It's been full-time work for me, like real work, not fun. Donate my time work. I get one of those calls. Oh, I am very jealous, BJ, because I sweat a little bit. I'm that guy. If I could have a seat that is an AC, oh, I should drop some like hallelujah music right now if I could do that live. But yeah, hallelujah music right here. And that would be so sick if let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. So yeah, let's see. Heated and cooled so far, but yeah, dude. I'm really jealous. I don't even have a heated seat for the Challenger. That is, well, I didn't have. I've never had one. I do have heated grips though, and dude, the heated seat's coming for the Challenger. I gotta. I mean, if they can sell it for $400 or whatever, six. Whoa, 1,200. BJ, I forgot. I think it's $1,200. Dude, you took a 401k loan out on that. Good for you. I'm calling my 401k right now. I need an advance on that Challenger payment or the Challenger payment for my seat AC. Don't worry. But yeah, it's I'm so you would say it's totally worth it, BJ? You would say that it's 100%. Anybody else? Who else thinks who I think an AC seat is cool. I just heard about it. I think I heard about it 2 months before Indian dropped it. And I heard about another guy doing it. Maybe a guy out of Colorado. I can't remember who it was. And he said that all of a sudden I heard, oh, there's a cooling seat. I thought it was the craziest thing ever. I was like, oh, I should look into that. Boom, 2 months later, Indian has it. So I don't know how that worked out if they once you get likes okay, yeah, see, yeah, I'm sure they're coming out with it. I have some videos coming out where I rode the Indian Challenger in Southern California in the desert. I don't know if anybody knows where Glamis is. I rode it out to Glamis, which is the sand dunes where I think Star Wars was filmed, as well as a bunch of other movies. And it was 111 degrees, and the bike ran great. It's going to be a good video just to show. I'm not sure how beautiful it's going to be because it's the desert. But I think it's going to just show the amount of abuse. I put that bike through its paces and it ran so amazing. That's why it pissed me off the other day when it literally, I ripped for 120 miles, pulled into my garage, killed it, went to start it to move it, and it died. I'm like, hang on. First of all, thank you for dying at home. First, let's be honest. Second, I beat your butt all year in 111 and all these different temperatures. And now on a great, beautiful 80 degrees, perfect sunny day, you break on me? I don't know. I thought it was just stupid. But yeah. Not even Why, Diana? Do you sweat? Is that what you're saying? Do you sweat, or do you need a heated seat because you're always cold? I think I would need the cooling seat more than the heated. But I'll tell you what, when you do ride cold weather, if you can get a little bit of warmth, that core, your hands are one thing because they hurt so easy when they get cold. But when your core, you can warm up your core either through an electric vest or your tush. I would assume that's major warmth, major warmth. So the black seat. Wow, within a mile. Dang, the way I ride, that's about 22 seconds. Duh, but that's really, really good. She gets the vapors. Oklahoma. I was just I don't know, you get this a lot. I don't know where that is. Mora. Oh, was I down in Mora, Oklahoma last week? I was not down. I was in Dallas Fort Worth 2 weeks ago. So yeah, Dallas Fort Worth about 2 weeks ago. But I did like bounce around Oklahoma a little bit. But to be honest with you, I was driving semi for McLean, and I don't know where I was. So it was. I'm not sure where I was, how I got. Well, I know how I got there, but yeah. Why did you think you saw me? Some handsome dude like this with his ears tucked in his hat. So my daughter made me take a picture. If you follow my Instagram, I got a cut today, but this is how she wanted me to take my picture. I'll show you guys. I think I look about 12. And I got these big old ears like hanging out. My ears stuck out before masks did anything to people's ears. So when I have worn them, I used to wear them a little bit like this as I try to hide it, like a little crooked, and I just think it was too dumb. So somehow I started wearing it like this. It's the hat story. So yeah, so if you see it, there's not a lot of guys that wear it like this. And I think this just looks funny. Let's see. 60 degrees and you're freezing, you might need a heated seat. I'll tell you, even on cooler days like my heated grips, Diana, I'll kick my heated grips on and I'll turn them off. It's more like just take that bite off. A bite. It's like it'll be like 50. But you know what? I actually wear in my car, I have heated seats on all the time. On all the time. My lower back, I'm like, let's loosen this bad boy up. So yeah, that's how I wear my hat. Just like that. Oh no, you think this is how I wear a hat? You okay, hang on, vote right now. I'm gonna keep my hat like this. It doesn't matter how you guys vote, I'm gonna change it back to my other way, but I'm gonna pretend you guys had to say, does this look better than my normal way? And how old do I look? So I want vote. We got a couple people watching. Comment. Tell me how old I look and does it look better than my normal way? I don't know. I'm trying to check myself out now. I'm waiting for people to vote here. Let's see. That's how you wear a hat. Reason I have. Oh yeah, no. No, I wasn't in Oklahoma. I would love to be. I'm gonna show that message, but I would love to be riding right now. I'm like I said, I'm hoping to whip out another 500. Oklahoma is not going to be in it. I've been trying to think of. I've been trying. I'm gonna see. I had to try to switch my hat. They see these ears are sticking out. It's distracting for me. If I met you guys, I'd be like, hello. Hang on a second. I'd be like, hi guys, I'm riding fish. How are you? I ride motorcycle. But these ears, people, I would hear you good. I'd never have to say what ever. Oh, I gotta tuck him in. Oh, I gotta tuck him in. All right, I missed that. Let's see. Diana says it would be sick if the seats massaged your butt because your butt gets sore after a while. Uh, okay. Yes, that would be cool. 2 is I could get a better seat. 3 is I'm gonna tell everybody. So Diana's my sister, and a few years ago, 5 or something, I took her on a 4-day motorcycle trip into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We did Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, I think we did 2 out of the 3 Great Lakes. I did like 4 national forests. We did a couple lighthouses or something. She was a trooper. She didn't complain at all. So the fact that she says that makes me think that maybe I should have upped my seat game. And that was all on Yamaha Striker without a windshield, and I rode that the same way I ride the Challenger. So she's a tough girl, but yeah, a little massage, like little kneading, get up in there. That'd be all right. I think the icing thing would be cool too. Be like just ice my butt. Wearing it backward looks like a 12-year-old. Oh. Okay. BJ, I don't know. Well, let's see. All right. I'm going to look at some other votes, see what other people got to say. See, I look younger wearing my hat forward, right, Jarvis? You think if I wear my hat forward, I look younger, or backwards? Because listen, I'm getting a little up there in age, so maybe I should go for the younger look, whatever way the younger work looks. Definitely do it backwards and tuck in those ears. That's right, Danacy. Listen, guys. My sister doesn't lie to me. She calls me out when I'm acting stupid, and she helps her brother out literally when I need it. Howdy doody. Yeah, with these ears. Listen, if you can't make fun of yourself, then it ain't even worth it. Let's see. I don't know, man. What can I say? Hey, BJ, how old are you? If you don't mind me saying, even do roundabout. So, let's see. Jarvis says backwards. You think I look younger backwards? Wow. I'm actually really surprised by that. So the seat that I have, okay, so on my Challenger, I have the extended reach seat, which I don't think is much different than stock, other than it has you're an inch further away from your bars. So you're an inch backwards, and I think you're an inch or a half inch lower to the ground. I don't know why they would have done it that way, because you would think that you're obviously a bigger person if you're trying to get away from your bars. But that's all I have. The reference I'm talking about with Diana is that I was on the Yamaha Striker, and it was the stock seat. Back when I took her on a trip, we're piggybacking onto the heated cooled seat that the Thunderstrokes are getting for the Indians. So I'm a little bit jelly that Challenger hasn't got those yet. When I take the seat off, there's a plug right there, and there's plugs for that bike sitting in certain situations. But yeah, I think I would assume it's coming. If the tech is there, why wouldn't they have it for the Power Plus? So it doesn't make any sense, except for one thing. I will say this: the Thunderstroke motors are so hot. Come on, BJ, you know it's true. Man, that motor is the hottest motor. It's hot. It has to be hotter than the Harley motor. It's ridiculous how hot that is. They need a cooling seat. Jeez. 60? 60. It's not old. 60 is not old. 60 is like the new 40. And 37 is the new 12 when I have my hat this way. But congratulations on making a 60 in September. So just recently, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you, buddy. But yeah, Saddleman, the bearded bobber he might have a Saddleman on his. I could be wrong and lying and completely not even correct, but I think he might. They look really good. I've seen some images. There's some people out there that are tricking out these Challengers. They're really becoming unique. Their paint schemes are good. They're just things are coming for them. Everybody's okay. So I'm gonna talk about something. I'm gonna keep your comments coming, keep your questions coming. Let's do this. But I'm gonna talk, and this might make some people interesting. Think about something. Everybody on here, I think we're all. I'm pointing because this is where your guys' names are. Most everybody's Indian fans, owners, whatever. But in case you're a new owner, I'm gonna explain some things real quick. people complain about there not being enough aftermarket stuff for the Indian, and that's all models wide, but specifically the Challenger, right? Well, this is the first year the Challenger ever came out. Nobody's had time to make anything yet. Harley, they don't change their designs. They get the same seats, all the same. Everything's the same. Windshields are the same. Everything. They haven't changed their designs for years. They changed their motor in 2017. They went from the twin cam or whatever, to the Milwaukee 8. So they changed the heart, but the body stayed like 99% the same. So all these aftermarket people have been making road glides and making street glides and all this stuff, aftermarket parts for a while. So of course there's something. Indians, brand new to the game. So people are starting to come out with things. So everybody just hold on. The aftermarket parts are coming. The same people that make a lot of these Harley things are going to start making Indian things. So, seats being one of them. I'm sure that stuff's coming. Anyway, I just had to rant on that. It just drives me crazy how people don't think. You know what? When the Milwaukee 8 came out, nobody had cams for like a year other than Harley or however it was. And they had all kinds of issues and all kinds of stuff going on with their motor. This is what happens when you get new stuff, So anyway, does your Rogue seat for the Chieftain fit your Challenger? Does the Rogue seat? You know what? I don't know. I have no idea. My mind blew up. I don't know, man. I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is I don't believe that the seats are interchangeable at all. But maybe if you took the no back seat off it, maybe it would change it. I'm not sure. I just remember you changed the seat right after that trip. Yes. So Diana, after that trip, we did like 3,000 something miles on that trip, something like that. I got back and I put a 1/2-inch gel pad over the stock seat on that Yamaha. So seems closer to you. Maybe. I mean, you're sitting right on top of that cylinder. So that very well could be the reason why. So I'm sorry. I should probably read out loud. I don't know why I do this. So what I was just reading was that BJ said that the Thunderstroke motor is hot because the rear cylinder is so much closer, which it is. Well, there's a couple of reasons. One is we already know it's air cooled, and that's a whole thing too compared. But yeah, I mean, you're right. You are right on top of it, and that's why there's so many people that make the leather coverings that go between your leg, like hook underneath your seat, and your legs get on there, stuff like that. Because you are right on that cylinder, so you're probably right. That is probably why they're hot, but it is hot. It's on another level of hot. It's ridiculous. So it'll be nice. I mean, BJ, are you against liquid cooled? I know there's a lot of okay, for example, Harley Davidson had produced the best motor they've ever made, and Harley people wouldn't take it. Anybody got a hint what that is? So it was the V-Rod motor. I can't remember if they had a special name for it, but correct, Myron. That's the best motor they've ever made. Matter of fact, Myron, get this. If I ran Harley, or they called me, or they're watching this, I'll tell you. You want to compete with the Challenger? Go back to your closet, pull the V-Rod motor out, stick it back in the Road Glide, or stuff it in a Street Glide, or stuff it in a Road King, and let that shit rip. You'll fix this power problem that you have. But so many people don't want to take it because it's liquid cooled. I don't know. It's so crazy to me that nobody, that there's these people out there. Did I say Porsche? But yeah, you're right. It is Porsche. I don't know if I said BMW. Sometimes I say BMW and I mean Porsche. If I did say that, you're right. Yeah, dude. So if Harley Davidson wants to just do it tomorrow, it would be the easiest thing ever. They got the hardest thing done. The motor, fit it in, and it'd produce just as much that. I think almost everybody knows that V-Rod motor is the shit. I mean, is that a good thing? Yes, that's a good thing to be the shit. Let's see here. Wild on to what's up? What's up, Wild? Salute my kiss. Yes. So, country boy, I really want to get bars. I've never bought bars in my whole entire life, and I think I would really like the bars, but I'm scared to drop 300. Plus, if I pay somebody to install them, or I pay my time, my own self, not that I pay it, but you know what I'm saying, to install them, and then I don't like them, what am I going to do? I'm going to take them off and I'm going to wrap them up and I'm going to sell them on the marketplace for and lose all $200 or $300 loss guaranteed minimum. So I don't know. Those KST bars though, I actually rode the Bearded Bobbers Challenger with those on. We took each other's bike for a rip, and I did like it. It was a whole 15 minutes, so I don't think I'll hate it. But really, I got to a point this year where it's like that money that I had for that went to trips and went to camera equipment and went to that sort of thing that I couldn't justify dropping another $300 or $400 or $500 or whatever it's going to cost for me to put it on my bike. So I kind of had to, say, hey, for the vlog, use the money here, or for myself, use the money there. And because I've never had bars anyway, I went ahead and did that. I'll tell you my next thing I want to buy. I'm looking into it really closely. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna come back to that. Is a drone. I think I'll be able to use a drone for the vlogging. I think I could do that. It would be fun, especially if I do go to India and I ride the Himalayan mountains. I think that would be pretty cool. So I'm trying to work out some stuff. I'm trying to save up some money and do that fun part of it. That's why I've been kind of slowing right now, trying to get work done to get kind of built up. So, and again, Myron, looking at $1,000 installed for bars. I mean, dude, that literally is the drone. That's literally my hotel rooms on a trip, a vlog. I would like to get to meet some of you guys and go down to certain places, kind of like I did a meet and greet at Pikes Peak, which was amazing. And anybody in the Colorado area, I'm not saying anything bad about the other dealers. I can just tell you, definitely Pikes Peak Indian is awesome. The owners are awesome. It's when I say family ran, I'm not kidding. Like a dad and a son own it. Well, two parents and a son own it. Like they got sisters and nieces and cousins and everybody's working it. It's pretty cool. So, but yeah, I want to do more of that. I would love. I went and met with Fort Worth Indian to check out the 2021 Chieftains, which if anybody wants to ask questions about that, I did a video on it, pretty much put all the information that I know about it. But that was really cool to meet those guys. Like it'd be fun to go down there and meet some Texas people and stuff like that. But again, like I said, that $1,000 is hotels and gas and food and everything else. And so far, so good on 15,000 miles on stock bars. They may not look as good. 100% stock bars don't look as good as I even like the torch bars. I heard some bad things about them. How they ride or whatever, not ride, the comfort level, they're kind of close, which is actually the killer for me. So I was in a motorcycle accident 2 years ago. If anybody saw a video, actually, I released like four or five videos back, and I kind of talked about the accident a little bit. but I suffered a posterior dislocation. So this shoulder dislocated backwards. Because of that, when I am bringing my arm in, kind of like right here, I get quite a bit of pain. After I heard that torch is here and not out here, I kind of had to eliminate the torch bars for myself. I think they look amazing. It's the best looking things. So yeah, but I've been stuck with these ones. I'm gonna rock them, and we're gonna just if I can get it, if I can get them done, I will. Winter's my costs go down, right? I'm not traveling, so I should be able to do some of this fun stuff. And yeah, I'll get videos. Yeah, the drone will follow you. Yeah, wild. See the drone? Yeah, see it. Go up there. I'll be like, follow sexy, and then it will veer off, and I'll have to tell it to come back and follow me, and then I'll do something, and I think it would just make for some cool cinematic footage. I want to get better at the cinematic part of this. I like the vlogging, and I like being on camera, messing around, having fun, but I just think that I could do something with it. I think it would be fun. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see. Pikes Peak is next level. Absolutely. Dude, that whole family. But Tito and I, okay, little disclaimer. I loved that dealership so much that Tito and I are super friendly. Still, I got his number. We text. You know, he is a good guy. And I don't hang out with asses. So he's just next level good guy. When I was having problems on my trip, they moved me to the front of the line and helped me out. Wow. Yeah, see, BJ, that's what I'm saying. I've been really lucky. So if all of you guys have seen or maybe have or haven't, but I'm gonna just say so I've done a spotlight video on Gregory Polaris down in Little Rock, Arkansas. Incredible. Hospitality, work, all that stuff, just top notch, incredible. And you want to talk about knowledge of Polaris, knowledge of Indian, knowledge of Victory. Rob Gregory is the owner. Just he's all there. He has it all. He checks every box. I did Pikes Peak, amazing. I can't say, like I said, legit became friends with these guys. That, I mean, they're not giving me anything to say that. I'm just saying it because it's true. I did one for El Cajon, Indian Motorcycle of El Cajon, and that's in Southern California. It's kind of like a suburb of San Diego on Interstate 8, just east of it. Again, they have 3 owners there. They were amazing to work with. Talk about helping people, BJ. Guys on trips that or they knew I was passing through before they knew who I was. They found out I was passing through. I was kind of on a time crunch, and they helped me out. And then I was able to convince them to let me showcase them a little bit. So it worked out really cool. Those guys were awesome. I've actually heard that they have some pretty good dealers in that region. I only dealt with them. That was just the guys closest to me, and it worked out really well. And then my home dealer, which is Bison Thunder, and I go to St. Paul because their other one right now is kind of like being built. And I mean, we've all seen all the videos that I've done and all the parts and just the little things I've done, and those guys let me do whatever. Not that is a game changer. They're just friendly and they're nice, and they worked with me and they've helped me when I've needed help, just like the little thing. So catch, there's a dealer. So I'm here and they're here. There's a dealer here at my thumb. So for me to use them, I skip one, or they came and got me, even though my bike wouldn't run. So I actually am going to be shooting I'm calling it a home dealer spotlight. They have taken care of me. They supported me on my trip. They've helped me a lot on this whole journey. And so we got something coming out with them. It's a little bit different, I think, than the other guys. So yeah. It'll be cool just to introduce you to them. Brian, Troy, Jeff, Doug might be in it, might not be. But yeah, it would be cool to introduce you guys to them. So let's see. Gregory, Indian, and Little Rock is awesome. Yep, 100%. That's it. They just had a ride in the last few weeks, and man, if I would have known about it a little bit pre-planning, well, that and my bike wouldn't have started. But I'm glad. I wish I would have made it. I would love to make some of that stuff next year if I can. Some of these little rides regionally, that's where you guys come in to help me find out where some of these are. I'll ride 6, 8, 9, 10 hours to a place. It doesn't matter. Within 1,000 miles or 1,200 miles, I'll ride to go do a weekend event, and then I'll ride home. I don't care. And if my wife wants to go, I'll fly her down there. She can be on the back. Figure it out. It's all good. So that's something that I need you guys to help me with next year. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. And when this stuff starts arising, throw me out. Shoot me a message. I can only say yes if I know. That's the God's honest truth, right? You shoot me an invite to something, maybe 99%. I say no. Who knows? I can't say yes if I don't know it even exists. So if I don't know it exists, T-bars. Hey, dude. So I have seen pictures of T-bars on the Challenger. Can you see the navigation? It doesn't look like you can see it. It doesn't look like you can see that infotainment center at all. So I think it looks cool, but yeah, again, the narrow thing also wild. But my thought is I'm not going to be able to see my infotainment center and stuff. So turn the Heritage Indian up road in Rogers. Oh yeah. By the way, me telling you how awesome a couple are, I'm not saying anything negative about other guys. There's a couple Indian dealerships that I don't like. I'm not going to talk about them, but I also will never say anything positive about them. So it would have to be like checklist. Find out all the ones in Minnesota, find out the ones I say that are nice, and then the one that I never talked about, that's the one that's a pain in my ass. Oh, a 3D camera. Dude, Mark, you know what, dude? You're right. So I really want a 3D camera, and I want a drone, and I need a new helmet cam. Okay, do I need to start a GoFundMe? And bars, apparently. Do you keep your bike on a battery tender? Do you keep your bike on a battery tender yet? So it's at the dealer. I'm getting it this week. I have zero plans on putting it on a tender. I'm hoping to ride through to November. Really, it depends if it snows. As soon as it does snow, it will go on a tender. One thing about Indians, they're really weird if you live in cold climate. Victor was kind of the same way. They don't hold very good. And I think, the Challenger, the battery's low and it's kind of exposed. It's not like under a seat and in between like a heat shield here and this here. So yeah, I will be putting it on a tender soon. And it's one of those things you could plug a tender in and then you could go ride the next day and unplug it. So not yet. And I think you're being a smart ass because Minnesota sucks a little bit, but yeah, not yet. Last weekend, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, that Hot Springs run. That's the one I'm talking about where that Gregory Polaris had something to do with. I don't know all the details of it, but that's the one that I was referring to later that I would love to hit up. Yeah, let's see. Gregory Polaris in October. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put it in my phone. First weekend on October. So figure it out. And then, let's see. No, it's pretty narrow. We'll block the map and gauges. So that's one thing. So the T-bars on the road glide, so it's the gauge clusters are swapped, right? So our navigation's here on the low side, and then our speedometer and RPMs and stuff are on the top. Well, they're opposite. So as they would take away the speedometer, they would still see their infotainment center. So that's why it probably fits a little better for the Road Glide setup, I would say. The T-bars is what I'm referring to. So, but you're right, they are kind of narrow. I have the same cold weather problem here, but I remember cold. Oh my dude. I cut out the pissing part of that when I was pissed. It actually, sorry, I just rolled over something. It actually wasn't so bad, but you know what? So here it is, country. What I just told you, I've always known, right? Plug it in. It's that simple. Indian, they don't love to be cold. It sat there for 5 days. And I even said, hey, Gabe, I really should plug this in. Blah, blah, blah. Got busy. 5 days later, got to start it and it died. When to start, I mean. Yeah. So I wasn't really pissed at the bike. It was more myself. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of that. But yeah, where you at again, country? If you've probably told me, and probably am just I wear my hat too tight. So hey, who watches football? Indiana. Yeah, you have a much better winter than us. Coming to you in January. Oh, off the lake. So you get that lake effect, and you also probably get pretty cold wind, but yeah, you don't get the cold like we get. Who watches football up in here? Anybody play fantasy? I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm a big fantasy player, and that's me judging myself as big. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let me be more specific. Anybody watch NFL football? Uh, I don't mind NCAA football, but I didn't go to college because I wasn't very smart. So I didn't have that allegiance to a college football team. And when you watch it, there's just so many blowouts that it's kind of fun to see the main guys, but then the competitiveness kind of drops off sometimes. So I feel like I never got into NCAA football, but the NFL I like a lot and I watch it a lot. And yeah. So sorry, I didn't mean to check my phone. I thought somebody messaged me and wanted to be live. Be live. So I don't know, guys. We've almost an hour of BSing. I'd love to chat more. Anybody got questions, shoot them up. Give me some thumbs up. That'd be sweet. So bars, I'd love to get them. I'm going to work on getting another 360 camera. You're right, Mark. My next camera will be a 360. That's not a drone. I would like a drone, a 360, bars. What else is there? Cams, power commander. Who has a power commander on their Challenger? Anybody? Anybody? I'll tell you that 111 speed limiter comes really fast when you have it on. And the traction control light's like constantly blinking. So that power commander is no joke, especially with a custom tune. It's kind of flat with their can tunes that they come, the downloaded stuff. But yeah, it's yeah, so they don't have the power vision yet for the Challenger. You cannot kind of reflash that ECU for the Challenger yet. But hopefully, I don't know if I can show you guys on here, but they have things in that ECU that are ridiculous. They have torque limiters, so they literally can tell the bike at certain RPMs no more than X torque. I'm going to try to show you guys something. And I think that's crazy, but once you get the power vision like you have, BJ, then you're able to beat that and get that stuff out. So I'm going to show you guys something kind of interesting. Let's see if we can show you. So right here, as you can see, there's a big power gain, but at the same spot right there, the same amount of torque. Like within one. That's because there's torque limiters. And that's at, let me just Let's see here. That's at 3,200 RPMs. They drop a torque limiter on the Challenger. So that's where we also need that power vision. Let's see. I had a Power Commander 5 before the new cams, but when they tuned my cams, I swapped out the tuners. Oh, yeah, dude. So hang on. Having the power vision is much better than having a Power Commander. The Power Commander tricks it. The power vision adjusts it. And when you adjust with the power vision, you can adjust the throttle. You know, you put it in sport mode or whatever mode, and you can adjust it. So that way one crank is 40% open. You can eliminate some of those like big jerks and surges that you get when you're like cruising down the road and you just kind of hit it at weird spots. You can eliminate speed limiters. You can take out torque limiters, which I thought was crazy that, and I had been told there's torque limiters. There's torque limiters. Yeah, I'm sure. But to see a dyno graph, to see it change everywhere and in one spot, it'd be exactly the same. That is the torque limiter. So, yeah, DJ, I would love for some cams to come out on this bike, you know, and I would love for some power vision to come out. But we'll see. I don't know anything more than the next guy. I would hope they're doing something. But what makes me nervous is that DynoJet put out a Power Commander. Makes me think they're maybe not that close to the Power Vision because they would have probably just waited for the Power Vision. But I think they wanted some money and to put it out there quick. So I don't know. Okay. So kind of. I've heard kind of. You take off the radiator. I haven't done this. Whatever, I don't know. But I'm just going by what two techs told me. You essentially take off the radiator and you can take the motor and pivot it. That's what I'm told. I heard it's you know, you got to just get the radiator off and then it will swing down. So you don't actually have to pull the motor out. I don't know if it's a lot easier. I don't know why I'm shimming. I need that cold heated seat right now. Or gel padded seat or something. Yeah, so Myron, I don't know exactly. Okay. So Lloyd. So I met and talked with Lloyd, and if I say any of this wrong, then I just messed up. But my understanding is basically cams have been done, but Polaris or Indian Corporate got really smart and they patented how much the exhaust valve can lift. Once it goes over that much, you're actually breaking a patent. So my understanding is Lloyd needs to get a clearance to break it. I'm sure he will. I mean, he's part owner in two dealerships. I'm sure they all hug each other. My thought is that S&S Motors has the Indian Challenger that they're going to be racing in Laguna. Wouldn't that be kind of interesting if they put some performance cams made for the race bike out for sale underneath, and just get me for a second, to Indian for their stage kits. So Indian and Polaris and Victory and Indian loved selling kits, right? Get your stage 1 kit. Get your stage 2 kit with cams and 10% power or 15% power and 20% horse and blah, 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 or whatever, right? Or 20% torque and 10% power. When I bought my Victory, they upsold me on that. The cams that come with that Victory have been S&S. So my thought is that eventually, I would assume soon, because Indian wants that money, they're going to come out with stage kits. They got the stage 1. They have stage 1, stage 2. They got stage 3 with the Thunderstroke 111s. So I would assume that it's coming for Indian. They're going to want it. They're going to sell it. And I bet S&S is the one that comes out with them. That's my guess. Could be wrong, but I'm just thinking. But Lloyd, I would assume Lloyd will eventually get the okay to run them because he will just call somebody that he knows, right? Sometimes it's what you know, who you know. But yeah, that's my thought. You're right. Roland Sands is so funny. I saw that video he did. He's like, I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt because I came to party. I don't know if anybody of you saw that, but that's I thought that was pretty funny. I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt because I came to party. Oh, that would be awesome to go to. So anyway, guys, we didn't talk football. Nobody seemed interested. That's fine. Talked a lot of Challenger. That's what I love. That's what I do. And we talked about my hat, my ears, and I appreciate it, and a whole bunch of heated and cooled butts. It's 10:15. We did this for an hour. And I'm going to say quick, I just want to say to everybody, seriously, in all actuality, I appreciate everybody today and in the past and going in the future. All the cool stuff everybody said and reaching out. I do love to chat with everybody. I would ask to keep doing it. Everybody just keep shooting me messages and comment belows and thumbs up. Like that stuff for algorithms are pretty crazy and good, especially the thumbs up. It's so weird, but nobody ever thinks about doing it. I agree with you, BJ. I don't see how anybody else can keep up. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to find a person with a Harley with a 131 to run with just to see what it does. But my buddy with that, I don't know if any of you have seen, but I did a video on a CVO road glide, but he had the 128 fuel motor, 150 horse, 150 pounds of torque. He smoked me. But that's a whole nother thing. But I want to see what that 131 does. That would be kind of fun. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. It would be cool to see. But you guys, I appreciate everything. I'm telling you guys now, I got some video coming out probably hopefully tomorrow on a fun interview that I got to do with another YouTuber. And the full thing will be on Indian Rider Radio's podcast forum. And yeah, you guys share my channel. Let's try to make it grow a little bit more. Traveling Tall talked about it. Oh, the 131. You know what? I didn't see it. He did it recently, like within 2 weeks. I've been so busy that my viewing went down. All my YouTubing stuff kind of went down. Other than my YouTubing stuff. But yeah, so share my channel. Let's grow it together. And I am gonna say happy Saturday night. Thanks a lot for cut the scenes from the video. Cut the scenes from the video. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for everything. I'm gonna go ahead and log this out quick. And you guys have a great night and hope to see you soon. So like I say, ride hard, ride fast, say hi to somebody you don't know. Peace.